From first sight, as soon as Jacob saw Rachel, he fell in love with her. He didn't know her personality, he did not know the kind of a woman she really is, and all those things. But he loved her to an extent where he felt like, can do whatever it takes just to be married to you. That's what led to him serving Laban for 7 years in order for the right to be married to Rachel. Hallelujah. And you're watching me for the first time, my name is Ishmael N, and welcome to today's video. Hallelujah. And because here I want to talk about someone who's been longing to be close to you. This is the way that I've been given. Hallelujah. Some of the ways, and honestly, I don't really understand on how they can impact somebody. Some, when I share, I just share because it is here and I know what to say and how. But when I try to think deeper, sometimes I get confused, but I know whomever it's meant for, it will make more perfect sense. Praise the Lord. So listen, there are a lot of things, like, oh my gosh, like a lot of things happen. Like when you are about to progress in life, a lot of things get in the way. For example, I realize even with myself, I'll be at a point where maybe, for example, I want to answer some emails. I'm in the process, I'm holding my phone. And then before you know it, there comes someone to visit and I can't ignore them. And that's what leads to me maybe not even responding to the email for the next even weeks. Because from then, when I come back now, I have to do this. Someone got in my schedule. Unannounced, it just showed up. And this makes me to realize that more than this, a lot of things happen. Hallelujah. Listen, when you see the case of Jacob and Rachel, Jacob did serve for 7 years, but instead he was cheated and he was given the sister of Rachel, Leah. And was told that in order to have Rachel, you still have to serve another 7 years. So if we can look at this like this, I'm sure that most of you might not have looked at it like this, but it is. In the case of Rachel, do you know that in some level, at some point, somehow it delayed the marriage of Rachel? Because for 7 more years, she could not get married like officially, like real, up until again another 7 years. Meaning the total of 14 years for them to be freely married. Hallelujah. So what does this show? And who was responsible? It was their own father, Laban. Let me tell you, a lot of things are being delayed, are being blocked. Some people will want to get close to you, but they get to be blocked. You might take it lightly and you feel like sometimes it's God who's not answering you. No. At times it's not God. God has answered you. Hallelujah. Like the angel of the Lord who had to give an answer to Daniel, who was blocked by a demon, prince of Persia, in the spirit realm. He was like, you've been answered from the first time you started praying. But I was trapped. That's why I had to delay for like about 21 days. Who was responsible? God had sent an answer. God had released this angel to go and answer Daniel, but they were delayed. Let me tell you that this is real. A lot of times, many people have delayed people or have prevented people from meeting somebody who loves them. They will be at a point where when you inquire, who is this person? And someone will be like, she has a boyfriend. And you realize that you are aiming. She's a good girl. She's a church girl, but she has a boyfriend. And for that boyfriend is not even serious about her, or it's going to end. It's not even suitable for her. Meaning at the end, the ship is bound to sink. And by the time she's out of the relationship, that person now has met somebody else. And now they've lost. Now it blows off. But that person did not know that only if you had been single, only if nobody knew, or that person knew that she's in a relationship with that guy or with that lady, that person would have tried to make a move. And that would have been the time that person was really serious about you and you are a good person. So this is how the enemy normally takes advantage of people. He takes good Christian ladies, for example. He makes them to be involved with a toxic guy. And you know how usually people in toxic relationships tend to cling longer as compared to good ones. You stay there, you hang in there. And then up until when it's late, you realize this is not working. And by the time you're out, it's too late. You have to start the searching again. While somebody was waiting there. That's why I've had people complaining that, oh no, my gosh, I can't believe how many people I've let them, how many good people or good men I've let pass by because of this person. You get what I'm saying? Listen, some people, they are there in your life to delay you. There are a lot of things that stands in our way. Sometimes it's our character. Sometimes I did say this some time ago that sometimes what we post on social media does affect us. Somebody before they can approach you, they check your profile. I want someone who's a Christian. This one, she's always posting alcohol. She's always posting naughty things. She's always posting swearing at people. No, it can't be. And the very same person, and it's very common. You hear them saying, I believe in God. During Sundays, oh, I'm going to worship the Lord. Oh, and deep down they're praying, Lord, may I get married? Oh, the Lord, your grace is so amazing. Listen, there are always things that stands in our way. The enemy has studied all of us. He does not know us as much as God knows us, but he has studied some things which he can use to get into us, to stand in our path. Like when Jesus was in the wilderness, he got to understand that, you know what, this man does feel hungry. This man has not been eating. Obviously, if I can tempt him, he will be tempted. He does feel hunger. He does feel pain. Then he was like, no, his weakness at the moment is hunger. Let me try to tempt him. You get studied, and the enemy tries to use whatever weapon he can. A lot of times, I don't know, even myself personally, I can't tell you like how many times I would look at, I'm looking at a lady who's like a Christian, like. Then the next thing I see the lady, maybe she's drinking, she's holding maybe, or maybe I'm approached by a woman who's maybe good looking physically. But the moment I check her and I see that, oh, she's like spatting and stuff, then I'll be like, oh, no ways. I want to see someone who displayed the character of Christ, Christianity. And you can tell that somebody wants to get serious. I remember this other lady as well. She posted not so long. She was like, isn't there anyone who knows any guy who once said, oh, if I can get me, this girl, she's referring to herself, if I can get her, oh, you know what, oh my gosh, that will be it. Who's like, she in some other ways was saying, haven't anyone heard anyone who was saying that if they can have me, they will, oh man, they can do whatever it takes to be with me. Because, oh, I'm finding it hard when I want to get in a relationship, I could tell that she's frustrated. But when I looked at her, I was like, the problem with this lady is like, this is it. She drinks. And that could be a thing that I was like, personally, if I wanted her, or if I wanted to marry her, mainly, that is one thing that was also going to stop me. Because oh, that's another battle. Someone who likes partying and all those stuff. And I'm not talking about, so even if it was simple drinking, I know with me, it was going to be a red flag. But someone who parties, hallelujah, whenever there are parties, they go party. So that's one thing I was like, you know what? People do want to get close to you, do want to create something special with you, but there's something that stops you. And I want somebody today to sit down, try to fix your life. I know at times you will fix it and nothing changes, it frustrates, but best you be at the best position. You see myself right now, I'm at a position where, like, to be honest with you, I'm not lying, it would be very easy for me to get married. I know how crazy women they get, but it's just that when I look at them, I see that, oh, unfortunately for me, these ladies are some sort of worldly, and then they do say they go to church and all those things, but I just look at things like that. I'm like, I don't like this worldly behavior. It's gonna haunt me in the future. So to me, I can't get married, but it's blocking me from accepting them. Why? Because I want to say something. Just like women, I'm sure you ladies, you know very well, before if a man proposes, asks you to be with you, you first check a lot of things and say you approve because of this. Some you realize, it's a good guy or a good man, but. So To me, my standards are Christ-like. I'm not looking for perfection, but I just want something which I know it won't come back to haunt me in the future. It's not a character where someone is already drinking, it's gonna be a problem. Me as a man of God, come on, some things I can't compromise, to be honest with you. So these are the things that you should pray about, and I want somebody, I don't know how well you receive this message, but may God help you in Jesus' mighty name. And for my details, to get hold of me, check the description of the video below. And as for me, I will see you next time. Take care.